Well, if you think you have a cool picture on your high-def TV, Chris Lawrence has found the sharpest TV in the world. Of course, it's not for watching football games, unfortunately for you, Chris. Hi.
Karen, not yet. It's 23 feet long, it's 9 feet high, and get this, 100 times more powerful than any high-def set on the market right now. Coming up later in the hour, we'll tell you how long it's going to be before your kids are watching their favorite Disney cartoons on a set like this, and how scientists right now are using it from everything from medical advances to helping first responders after a disaster like a hurricane. Karen?
Wolf Blitzer just called. He wants it for the Situation Room as well. Thanks, Chris. Rick? Well, here's a story coming up that you can't miss. We're talking about the perfect picture, the world's biggest TV. This has got to be a guy's dream during football season.
A gadget thing, right? This isn't for watching movies or sports, though. We're going to show you how this massive wall of television that you're seeing right there could even help cure some diseases.
How about that one? All right, all that plus all eyes on Hurricane Dean. We're tracking the storm for you when American Morning comes right back. Meantime, one of the biggest, clearest pictures in the world. Chris Lawrence with a look at the highest of high def and what researchers are learning from it. Good morning, Chris.
Karen, you love your big screen TV, thinking about upgrading to high def. Well, how big and clear do you want it? Coming up, we're going to tell you why this screen is not only making couch potatoes extremely jealous, but helping scientists save lives. All that and more coming up after the break on this American Morning.
Welcome back to the most news in the morning. Well, many of us have not even bought a high-def TV yet, but at the University of California, Irvine, they've already been watching something 100 times better than high-def. American Morning's Chris Lawrence is live in Irvine to explain. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Karen, you know, not only can it make one image extremely big, you can look at a lot of different images in very good detail and with the naked eye. So here, of course, we've got you in broad living color, life size, if not a little bit bigger, multiple monitors that scientists can look at. And we'll tell you a little bit about how they're using this really to get at some important medical discoveries. Picture Disney's hit movie Cars on a screen 23 feet long and 9 feet high. 200 million pixels. The image is 100 times sharper than the best high-def TV. On a normal screen, zoom in, you lose the context. Zoom out, you lose detail.
So the intent of the Hyperwall was to show the big picture and the detail at the same time.
In the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, roads were flooded and blocked by debris. Maps were useless, but Hyperwall gives a detailed, down-to-the-street look at the entire Gulf Coast.
So this could help first responders figure out where to go and where the roads are impassable.
Scientists at UC Irvine are using Hyperwall to map earthquakes in South America and study patients suffering from depression.
You really see different things. Patterns come out that you wouldn't see on a small scale and at one level of resolution.
Within minutes, they're discovering genes and brain patterns that took months to find.
This not only saves a lot of time, but it saves suffering of people.
And more good news.
There's no reason this can't be in somebody's living room in 10 or 15 years.
New technology will eliminate those edges that split up the screens. Picture an unobstructed wallpaper display that constantly changes your view. How about an aerial shot of the Empire State Building? Or if you live in landlocked Middle America, an ocean view of Australia.
We'll be able to make huge rolls of this stuff that you'll just be able to put on your wall and have, many tens or hundreds of megapixels at home.
Yeah, just what every wife sitting at home wants to hear. Another possibility that her husband probably will never leave the den again. Karen?
That's right. I mean, it is really cool. I can see you behind you as well, and then behind you again. Pretty neat.
and the thing about this is, it's too much of me. I liked it a lot better when it was you up there. But I got to tell you, and you're not even getting the full effect because obviously it's getting shot through our normal cameras. A lot of this is getting played on a normal TV set. But boy, if you can see it with the naked eye, and once high def really comes online, you will really be able to see how mind-blowing this picture is, even at the size it is.
Really cool. All right, Chris Lawrence, live for us at the University of California, Irvine. Thanks.
And if his name was Figaro, you could sing it. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
Exactly. I tell you, Will Blitzer's going to be calling any minute. He needs that for the sit room.
I want that.
And it is the best TV in the world. It's the highest of high def. So what does it have to do with saving lives? Chris Lawrence has a look for us. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Karen. Yeah, it is 23 feet wide. It is 9 feet high, 200 million pixels. Coming up, I'll tell you what that means to the future of your living room and what it means to scientists right now. All that and more coming up after the break on American Morning.
Well, many of us haven't even bought our first high-def TV yet, but at the University of California, Irvine, they're already watching something 100 times bigger and better than high-def. American Morning's Chris Lawrence has the story.
Picture Disney's hit movie Cars on a screen 23 feet long and 9 feet high. 200 million pixels. The image is 100 times sharper than... Yeah, it's got a heck of a gee whiz factor, but also some very real world applications. You look at what's happening in Oklahoma, you look at what could happen after Hurricane Dean. This is the Superdome in New Orleans just after Katrina, and you can remember how much trouble first responders had getting to people. Before, you could take a look at one particular part, and you could get the detail, but you lose the big picture. You pull out enough to get the big picture, you don't have the detail. If they could see this, first responders could look and say, okay, that road's flooded, so is that one. We've got to bring the aid through here and get it through that road. Just gives them an incredible view that they just cannot get any other way. And of course, if you're sitting at home, like my dad is right now in Michigan, he's probably taking a look at this and going, how much can I get that for at Costco? Karen?
Yeah, he's thinking, how many years until that's in my living room? We're like, what, 15 years away?
10, 15 years, give or take.
All right, Chris Lawrence, thanks so much.